Good morning, welcome back. Finally, 2 weeks of the kids been off for Easter holidays. We haven't had a chance to get out fly fishing. Been out once with the sea fishing, got a few rays, but I've been absolutely climbing the walls, not being able to come out fly fishing. The wind, the rain, having the kids, been absolutely horrendous. So, first chance today. Kids are back in school. The first day off. We're going along the lines of a washing line method with a blue flash. The blue flash damsel on the end, on the point. Pink cormorant on the middle. And a black. It's a pheasant tail pattern with like a cormorant wing whipped in. So I'm going to try and fish this pretty slow. The lake is quiet today as well. There's another 3 anglers here. Try and get a fish on the bank first before I run you through my setup. There's a bit of a stiff breeze coming through, but should be able to punch through it. And hopefully these fish are going to be held up in the bay here. Let's see. Been climbing the walls trying to get out. So it's nice. I don't want to jinx it yet, but it's nice that it's not raining. Just switched the buzzers under the indicator. Fish first cast. There's a lot of fish rising at the minute. So I'm just drifting the buzzers just into this little area here. Slow figure of 8. Got a crisp packet kind of pattern, about 2 foot under the indicator. There's another beaded, orange beaded black buzzer with like a silver ribbon through it on the middle, and on the bottom there's another variant of a buzzer, which is easier for me to show. It's like a gold-headed buzzer, which is easier for me to try and turn these flies over in the wind. So it's looking promising. First cast. Put a longer line out and drift it in. SPARTIC just turned on there, right on the bank. Finally. Oh, it'll work hard for this one. Let it hang right in the flow of water. I seen him turn on the fly and he came back and I managed to hook him. Lots and lots of fish chasing flies. Lots of fish chasing flies. Oh, this one go. Ooh. Hold on, come on. On a pink snake with dye 5. So I've worked hard for this one. Lots and lots and lots of fish. Pulling at the fly. This one finally decided to take a a little bit better. Nice fish, is it? Beautiful SPARTIC this is. Typical. GoPro's just turned itself off. Yeah, what a beautiful SPARTIC that is. Really, really nice fish. On pink snake. So I'll do a quick look at that now as well, and we'll get this fish back. Just a quick look at the pink snake. This one is actually smaller than the other ones. Something that we've been trialing at the moment, and I've been having some great success with it. So there's a lot of fish rising at the minute. So what I'm going to do now, got a fly, I think they call it a Chernobyl ant. It's a big foam thing, big legs. I haven't got long left, I've only got about half hour left. So I'm going to put that on a floating line. I'm going to try the new Ghost Mode 8-pound fluorocarbon line, and just going to put it out there, just pop it along the surface every now and again. I hope there's something there is willing to take. As some of you might have seen the picture that I uploaded to YouTube the other day, I did say that I was going to, or I had bought some Witchwood Ghost Mode in 8-pound. I see a lot of people using it. A lot of people say it's very, very good line as well. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put 8-pound Ghost Mode on. I was debating on using a big Chernobyl ant fly, what they call them, I believe. I'll tie this and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Seems to be a lot of fish on the surface. It knots very well, the line. I'm going to use about 12 feet of that. Presentation of the fly is going to be fairly difficult today. There is a bit of a breeze every so often. It is making things hard work, but the box of tricks. It's either one of these things, which is what they call like a Chernobyl ant, which is totally disgusting, or use one of Mr. Buffton's daddy long leg sort of patterns. I'm thinking I'm going to use this. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit better, not so ugly. So I'll get this tied on now and we'll get it out. Fly dip, just tipped it all over my hands, slopping it around, and we have some full in mill mud, it's called, just to degrease, say, the first 5 foot, which is that one. I know Mr. Buffton's got his own floatant and degreaser, which I was supposed to pick up from him the other day. Owen forgot. Thanks, Owen. Let's get out there. Let's give this daddy a go on the surface for the last half hour. Lots of fish rising, but the wind's picking up. Plus I've got a hedge behind me. I'm also having to correct the line over the water. As it is there now, it's sitting quite nice. You see the fish. They're only about another 10 yards behind my fly, but I'm having to correct the line, but I think I'm just out of the reach of where I need to be with the fish. I could try skating it along the surface. As soon as I try skating it along the surface, now I'm losing sight of the fly. Generally there is a bit of a bow wave behind the fly. Come on. Just come up, take the fly off the surface. Fish are just rising just beyond the fly, and the ones that are in a little bit closer, seems to be a gust of wind. Gust of wind every time I want to get a line out there. Better cast. So just trying to roll the line, keep everything straight without dragging the fly. It's just literally an anti-clockwise circle. Give it a couple of pulls. Hopefully that fly will come back to the surface. Yeah, I can just about see it. Correct the line. I think I might just go back to the snake now. It's not really enough coming to the surface to really warrant using a dry fly and just be an opportunist method. They're just beyond, at about 40. About 40 yards out. That one was a little bit closer. I can see a gold trout circling in the water there, so that'd be a nice one to catch. Let's see if I can get one last long cast out there. Big bow waves out there. Just a case of me getting one out there, I think. The trouble is, there's not a lot of weight to the fly. The fly line itself is turning over perfect. It's just that the fly is so light into a crosswind. It's not quite having that turnover. Come on, there's loads of fish out there. Surely we're not far off. Even tempting a fish up just for a look. That's a long way, that line. That is a long, long way, considering I've literally got no back cast. So I'm going to do, I'll have a slow, I'm going to wind this in slow along the surface, just in case it teases the fish. Yes! Stalk the SPARTIC out in close. Get in. I see him. Oh hey! I can see him burrowing in. Digging into the bottom. He must be chasing shrimp or something. So I've just put a weighted daddy long legs in front of him, and he smashed it straight away. There's a big brownie swimming around, so I'm hoping I can see him, maybe drop it in front of him as well if he's got the same idea. It's absolutely brilliant with the Polaroid glasses on, just watching these SPARTICs and tigers going about. Just their feeding patterns are crazy. They are literally nigh on the bottom, a lot of them, and they are snails, shrimps. I think it's the rainbows that are uptaking off the surface, and as we speak, I'm not sure if you can see that, there's a big snail there, freshwater snail. So I haven't got my net, so we're going to try and do a nice quick release with this one. Plenty of life left in him. We're not far off going now as well, so maybe the last fish. Just doesn't want to stop. Look at this thing, burrowing itself all the way down the bank. Come on, get out. He is not the biggest fish by any means either. Come on. Does not want to give in. So it's my birthday end of the month, so I'm hoping next week we have something special lined up for you, hopefully, if all goes to plan. For my birthday, come on. Oh. Let's see if we can just give you a quick look at this fish. Come on. Here he goes. Here he is, gone. And that is Sydnite Pearly Daddy. God bless Mr. Sydnite. He's no longer with us. I have not used one of these flies in years and years and years. That's the first thing I seen that I could possibly use to stalk, because it's nice and heavy, and I've used it before on the likes of lech lead and things. Nice heavy fly. See, that SPARTIC nailed it straight away. So what I'm going to do now, being as that method worked, it's typical of taking the dry fly off now in his fishing range. So we are literally to the end of the day. My alarm is about to go off at any minute now, so I'm just gonna have a little scout along the margins. This water is crystal clear up here. Don't for 1 minute think, oh, it might be murky today, I'll try a different pattern, because the water up here is always crystal clear. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, There was a tiger then. Turned off that fly. Get a little quick look and turned off. My leader is a little long for what I want to be doing, but try and spruce the fly back up a little bit. Lots and lots of small flies on the surface now. It's just a case edging your way. Look at the insect life here. It's just a case of edging your way in at the minute. And as I've always said previously, if you can invest in the best Polaroids you can afford, you'll have them for life. Obviously, unless you do something very silly with them. Let me go up on the bank out the way so I don't scare any fish. Gives me a little bit of a better vantage. There's a nice gold trout out there. I spooked him. He didn't like that. It's the fish that are in really close are the ones to try and target. Like that one. Ooh, he turned away. Ones that you don't have to get the fly line, the actual main line splashing on the water. Few nice fish out there now. Trying to concentrate on these SPARTICs and tigers more than anything. Oh, he turned off it. Just missed that one. Just missed him. See, these SPARTICs and tigers will be right in amongst the weeds. And more often than not, what you'll find is when you're stripping lures in, you just catch a glimpse of a fish turning off the fly right on the bank. See, there's one right in front of me there now. I'm going to try. I can get that right in front of his face. Here he comes, here he comes. Just turned off. A lot of fish have a certain pattern as well where they swim. You'll see their fish regular swimming in the same areas. They'll swim off in a circle and they generally will come back, especially the bigger fish. Like that fish there now has just come back exactly the same place as I first dropped the fly in front of him. Now he's going off up the weeds that way. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to persevere for literally the next 5 minutes. If I catch a fish, I'll bring you back, guys. It's been an absolute blast coming back out. It's been hard work, but persistence pays off. Don't be afraid to change flies. As I say, I seen that fish, let's say burrowing in, must have been digging up snails or any other little insect life that's out there. It was literally nosing into the bank and stirring the bank up. You'll see a lot of mullet will do that as well, but with a mullet they'll filter what they suck in they'll filter it back through their gills. I'm not an expert on trout eating patterns, but they might very well do the same thing. So you can see 2 fish out there now. Come on. If I can let that sink in front of him, you might just tease into it. Just went past it. So yeah, it's been a blast, guys, it's been a blast. So thanks again for the continued support. The likes, subscribes, the subscribes are finally flying up now, guys. It is very much appreciated. It does help towards the little trips that I'm doing and getting myself out. I'm not out for a considerable amount of time. It's literally in between the kids going to school. So I'm hoping the content that I am putting out for you is informative within the time scale that I'm getting to put a video out for you. And should have a special one the next video, the next fly fishing video anyway. So thanks guys, catch you on the next one.